Hello again, all Life Path number 6s. This is your reading for March 2020. I've already laid the cards out just to save us a bit of time and save my voice a little bit because I've had a bit of a virus for the last few days and I've got a bit of a throat chakra problem, so excuse the croaky, squeaky voice. You've got some pretty good cards here. You've got 3 new beginnings that I can see coming up. We've also done a love reading for you with the 3 cards over here. We've also usually only pull 1 Wisdom of the Oracle card, but you've got 2 that came out with the pull, so which is a leg up and orphaned, which I'll get into in a moment. But I'm also going to go back to giving you the full moons and new moon dates. They're quite important at the moment. So there's a full moon in the sign of Virgo, and it's a super moon for March on the 9th of March or the 10th of March in the southern hemisphere. So northern hemisphere will be the 9th, southern hemisphere will be the 10th. There's also a new moon in the sign of Aries, which is the beginning of the zodiac signs, on March the 23rd or 24th if you're in the southern hemisphere. So those moons are quite important at the moment. Especially with the new moon, it is in the beginning of, back to the beginning of the zodiac signs. It's a new beginning basically for a lot of people, for most people coming up. So full moons, you would write your forgiveness and gratitude list out. New moons, you write your wishes and intentions list out and send it out to the universe. Make them big, make them positive, because you've got 3 new beginnings here, 3 aces. So a lot of the life path numbers are getting some pretty good big cards. We're all starting to be manifesting. We've all been through the beginning of the year sort of type thing. It's not been very easy with the planetary aspects, with a lot of challenges. Super moons, the north and south node are playing a part. Jupiter, Saturn, Pluto, all these sorts of things have played a big major part in the beginning of our year of 2020. So we are now starting to see the results of what we've been going through. So just move those ones out of the way at the moment. We'll start with your middle card here, and all these other cards pull off of this central card here. It is a major arcana card. You've got 2 for the month so far, and it's the peace card. This is basically what happens after you've been manifesting. You let go and you let God, and that way you find your peace. Okay, you're at peace with where you are at the moment and where you are in life sort of thing at the moment. It says release the past. There is a more enriching future coming. Let go and let God. And like I said, you've got 3 aces sitting here on the table. One is in your past, one is in your present, and one is your final outcome card. And so you've manifested all these new beginnings, so now it's time to let the universe basically take over and grant these wishes for you. And I hope you've been setting your intentions basically, because this is, how you're going to get better and greater than what you basically have put out to the universe, because the universe knows better than we do. They can make your decisions a little bit better, sort of type thing. It will show you paths that are better for the highest good of all, if you like. We'll go to your past card here, and it is the Ace of Michael. We are also in Mercury retrograde as I'm doing this video, so Mercury retrograde, especially at the moment, it's all about communication, speaking your truth sort of type thing, and I think this is why I've got a little bit of a throat chakra problem at the moment. So, but I was determined to get these videos out before March even arrived, but we'll see how we go. But these ones will be out hopefully by tomorrow, and you'll be able to basically get them before March starts. So, but the Ace of Michael here is the Ace of Swords in the normal tarot. This is the sword of truth, basically. You've had to basically come to a point in present time in your life where you've had to cut out all the BS out of your life and get to the bottom of things. I'll read what it says at the bottom. A wonderful new idea. Don't allow bumps in the road to hinder your progress. Clear up communication problems with others. So this is what I mean. It's all about communication. The retrograde of Mercury, it's all about communication, be it cell phones, texts, computers, all that sort of type thing. Make sure that you get your truth across or your message across. If there's information out there that you need to get to the bottom of, this is your card that you've been doing probably from February onwards to this point, that you're getting to the bottom of things and speaking your truth, finding the truth and cutting out all the BS, if you like. So that is a new beginning. You're basically, it's an aces are always new beginnings. So, and like it says, don't allow bumps on the road to hinder your progress. Communication problems are always a little bit of a bump on the road because somebody hasn't understood what you have said or your intentions, whatever, or vice versa. You don't understand somebody else's messages, sort of type thing. We'll go to your present card here, and it is another ace, the Ace of Gabriel. The Ace of Gabriel is the wand suitor. This is the Ace of Wands, I should say, if I can get my communication going right today. It says here, a gift of passion, opportunity and inspiration, a chance to do something amazing and a sense of wonder. So with this, again, it's a new beginning. You have a passion for something. I'm just going back to the peace card here. It says there is a more enriching future coming. So this is where you're creating your more enriching future. You've manifested all of this. You've manifested all these new beginnings. But there is definitely a more enriching future coming. You may have had to let go of things in the past. You're probably still releasing things, as in this card here. It says release the past. Good time to do your forgiveness and gratitude list. Forgive the past, thank it for its experiences, good, bad, and the ugly. But then you can go on to these new beginnings as long as you've released that past. Because you've got another good card down here, which is the wish card, and that's your best path to follow. So once you've done this beginning work at the beginning of March, end of February, I was going to say end of April. I don't know why I said that, but maybe that's a little bit of an omen there. It might take you to the end of April to get all this underway. But definitely, you don't stop manifesting, you're always manifesting. So, and to manifest, you do need to release the past. You need to close one door so another door will open. You've got in your future here the 6, it's a major arcana card, and it's the Lovers card. And this is about a love relationship. It can be a business partnership, but it's definitely in your future there is a love relationship coming in or be offered, or something to do with your love relationship coming up in the future. And that's probably why we've got the Ace of Raphael as your final outcome card, because the Raphael suit is the Cups, which is all about emotions and relationships. It says, make a choice from the heart, deep emotional commitment and the power of love. And so this could be what you're manifesting as well, this deep, lasting relationship. So that's your future card. But it says make choices from the heart. Take this thing out of it, take the head out of it. If you're an air sign, you live in your head. I'm an air sign. I do a lot of my work up in my head, sort of type thing. Then I have to come back down and center myself in my heart to see what the truth is, or what does my heart say, sort of type thing. Because the head is ego. The ego will always tell you can't do something, or it's not the right time. It's there to basically, it's a protection mechanism, so you don't go over too far over the boundaries, sort of type thing, of what feels comfortable for you. But yeah, in the year that we're in, sort of type thing, it's been a bit sort of rocky with the planets, all that sort of type thing. Make sure you're making decisions from your heart. Okay, we'll go into your best path to follow, and I've already mentioned this card, which is the 9 of Raphael. Raphael's cup suit. and this is making a wish. What is your wish for your future? It says, make a wish, dreams become a reality, a joyful time in life. And this is what I mean. You never stop manifesting. Don't think that you've got, this love relationship or these things that you want to manifest. The gift of passion, opportunity, inspiration, the chance to do something amazing. You've still got to manifest. You've still got to, you've reached a level here. From the aces, you need to go to the twos, to the threes, to the fours, to, and through the suits sort of type thing, the aces, and you've got 3 aces in this reading. The swords are all about coming to the truth, that sort of type thing. The wands are all about your passion, the fire, and your creativity, your drive. The ace of Raphael is about your emotions, all that sort of type thing. What's this wish going to incorporate? What's the next thing you want to incorporate? Make a wish, dreams become a reality, a joyful time in life. So this is what you're manifesting now, and it could have something to do with a love relationship or a business or this more enriching future that's coming. This is these 3 aces here, and it's all about this more enriching future that's coming towards you. Your environments card here is the 7 of Ariel. And this is the waiting for the harvest to come in, basically. It says you have invested wisely, have patience and wait for the harvest, review your progress and make plans for your next endeavour. This is what we're talking about, your next endeavour, what's your next wishes, what's your next manifesting going to be, what's your wishes and intentions going to be for, what dates was it, 23rd to 24th of March. Start writing out your wishes and intentions now. When you get to that, you can, maybe revise them, revamp them. But this is waiting for your harvest to come in. You're sort of at the beginning here with the aces, but your harvest is definitely coming in, because your next card above it is your hopes and fears. This is the 3 of Gabriel. You have a look how big that ship is. This is you standing on the dock waiting for your harvest to come in. This being in your hopes and fears, don't fear that it's not coming in. The universe is actually saying that it is coming in. A lot of people are getting all their wishes and intentions granted at the moment. The universe can be quite chaotic at times. It has been quite chaotic. I mean, January and February have been, very chaotic sort of type thing for the beginning of a new year. So this is your wishes and intentions, coming through. You've had to be patient. You're still going to have to be patient and wait for this harvest to come in. It says, prosperity arising from wise planning. Time to take the next step. Optimistic plans that turn out as expected. So, you've already manifested this. You've already wished it into reality sort of thing. And so, like it says, release that past. There is a more enriching future coming. And there's the 2 cards that are telling you, still have patience, that it is coming in. There's your hopes and wishes coming in on that big ship. Prosperity arising from wise planning. Time to take the next step. Optimistic plans that turn out as expected. And your next step here is your emotional life as well. So you're working on, your emotional life as well. This is the Ace of Raphael, which is the Ace of Cups. This can be a new love relationship. We'll go across this way. We've got the Lovers card here, the Peace card, and then this card here, which was over at your final outcome. It says a positive new emotional experience, fulfilling romantic relationships, deep and lasting insights. So over this period of time, you've gained some insights on life, basically, especially if we're talking about a love life here. You've made your wishes, you've set your intentions, you've worked on your progress, sort of type thing. You've got 3 new beginnings here. I'm going to pull a clarifying card on this one as well. You'll get some more clarity on this spread. But yeah, positive new emotional experience, fulfilling romantic relationships, deep and lasting spiritual insights. So, we're taking that card. It would just, sorry, excuse my head, I'm going to pick it up off the floor. We can pick it up. And there we go. Again, you've got the Nine of Gabriel here. It says, stay determined and move forward. Be prepared for any possibility. So yeah, you've got 3 new starts here. It could be quite a major sort of turning point in your life. But it's saying stay determined. You know, you're at the beginning here. You've still got a little bit to go before you reach the kings and the queens sort of thing. And it's, you know, even this one, they're pretty similar cards, this one. They're both waiting for this harvest to come in. They're still tending it, they're still doing everything that they need to water the seeds, the intentions that they're setting, the new starts that have come around. You still need to tend to it and make it grow to move it forward. Yeah, be prepared for any possibility is another one. It could be any possibility there. You've got 3 new starts, you know. Maybe having an action plan sort of type thing, because 3 new starts is a lot in one person's life all in 1 month sort of thing. I'll pull another one on the Nine of Gabriel and the Ace. And there you go, you've got 2 threes. This is the 3 of Raphael. It says, reasons to celebrate, a community of friends, happy announcements regarding relationships or children. So this is the 3 of Cups in the normal tarot. This is a celebration. This is, you know, this is all your dreams coming to fruition, if you like. This is your ships coming in. There's 2 threes there. There's 3 aces. This can be about a love relationship, but I think with the 3 aces there, it's more about, you know, you've got 3 new starts here. Reasons to celebrate, a community of friends. You know, this could be community, this could be relationship, celebrating a relationship. This can be reconciling a relationship. This could be new love coming in. This could be a new job opportunity. But there is, you know, like this card in the middle, it is the major card in the whole spread. There is a more enriching future coming. Let go and let God. So, or let universe, if you like. So, you know, this is it. You know, you've created all these new starts in life, and you're at the beginning. You are going to have to be a little bit patient, sort of thing. But your ships are coming in. The universe is starting to hand out their gifts, if you like, you know, for your hard work, things that you've basically had to put up with in life. We've all had bits and pieces that we've had to release, especially from even 2019. It's been, you know, a couple of difficult years that most people have been through. I'm quickly just going to jump over to these cards over here. This orphan card. This orphan card is, it's like a sense of loss, an identity crisis, recognising that you don't fit in, a need to belong, uncertainty about where you are in life or your place in life. You know, you're starting these new beginnings so that you don't feel like this anymore. And the universe is actually giving you this card as well, and it says a leg up. You know, the universe is now giving you a leg up. You've been through all this sort of type thing. It kind of reminds me of the 5 of Pentacles, this card, being a little bit left out, feeling a little bit alone, feeling like, you know, not the same person sort of type thing, that you need to find your own tribe. But, you know, you're getting this leg up from the universe. And if you see the colours on these 2 cards, they're pretty similar sort of things, even the up the top here. These flags are all basically, you know, the same colour. You're coming out of this dull period sort of type thing. You've got all these new beginnings, so you're at the end of this sort of situation, feeling a little bit like an orphan, you know, but the universe is giving you that leg up now. We're all being given a leg up, if you like. So I'm not too worried about those cards. I'm just going to pop all these cards over here and give myself some room on the desk here. I'm going to bring over your love reading. Before we get to your love reading, I came across this book at my daughter's place here, and it's called Happy Thoughts. And I've just basically randomly tuned to a page before I pulled your cards, and it's got a message there for you that you can basically use for the month of March, but it's your happy thought for the month of March, okay? It says, creative minds have always been known to survive any kind of bad training. So that's a pretty good one, you know, especially for what your cards have been pulled up. And pop that down there. We all have had teachers in the past, parents, advisors, whatever you want to call them, that have given us a little bit of a bum steer, if you like, in life. But that happy thought there is basically saying that, you know, you can overcome programming, if you like, in life. But just keep that as your happy thought for the month. Right, we're going to go into your love reading now, and you've got the Page of Wands, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Two of Swords. Now, the Page of Pentacles here is basically, hold up these cards here. You can see him there. He's turned off into a different direction than this person here. He's basically off with his wand there in search of a different direction in life, and I think that's where the Ace of Raphael comes in here in the Lovers card from your main reading. I think there is another path that you could be following in a love relationship. Maybe you want to offer that wand to somebody else even. This can be, you know, turning in a completely new direction than where you've been going. Because you've got a decision here in your love relationship. These are general readings. Remember, if it doesn't resonate, it doesn't resonate. But tell me in the comments anyway whether you want to keep this love reading sort of type thing. I'd be interested to know whether we keep it or whether we change to something else. But I think you're basically turning around from what you have known in the past, and you're headed in a new direction in your love relationship. This might even be a new relationship. You have the King of Pentacles here, who is basically all about the coin sort of thing too. And so this is part of it, you know. Maybe you're focused on your coin at the moment and not a love relationship. Maybe this is heading away from a relationship because you do have the Two of Swords here. This is making some sort of decision. You might have two options even in a love relationship. So we'll pull some clarifying cards here. Page of Wands first. And we've got the Fool card. Yes, this is a completely new direction that you're going in a love relationship. This can be a new offer of love, or you offering somebody new a relationship. We'll keep going though. On the King of Pentacles, we have the Page of Cups. Like I said, this is you or somebody offering you that cup of love. Cups are always with the emotions in a card, or in the cards basically in your love relationship. This is you. You've been thinking about going in a different direction. He's very deep in thought, the King of Pentacles here. And he's turned away. Basically, he's looking in the other direction. You've got the Page of Wands heading in another direction. You've got him looking at another direction. You've got this page that comes up, and it can be a younger sign or a younger person offering this new relationship to somebody. But we'll go in your decisions here on the Two of Swords and see what we get. I do like it when the cards fly out like this one. Yes, your decision is to end. The decision is to end all the bickering and fighting and the quarrels, all that sort of type thing. This is the Five of Swords. Clarifying this Two of Swords. This decision is to leave this situation behind. You know, you're done with all the bickering, fighting, arguing. But we'll keep going because we're not at the end of yet. We get one overall card, so I think you're headed in a new direction with your love relationship. I want that card. Plus we got the Five of Cups. This is a little bit of crying over spilt milk. You know, these 3 cups are on the ground, they've been spilt over, but there's another 2 behind you. You do have something sort of, again, I'm going to go back to release the past. You have to release the past, you have to shut this door, make that decision to cut out all the arguments, the bickering, the fighting that's gone on. Yes, you're going to be sort of a little bit down in the dumps, sort of on your knees about it, making this decision. But I think there is a new relationship being offered to you. So it's going to be better than what you basically come out of, or what you will be coming out of with 5 of Cups and 5 of Swords, because they're never, 5's always a very scattered number as well. But yeah, especially with the 5 of Swords here, this is somebody, you know, who has left a lot of things in his wake. This is all, you know, the arguments, all the bitterness and all the hurt that he's created, or she has created. Not gender specific here. But this person has taken all these swords and they think they've actually won by what they're doing. They haven't actually. All they've done is create bad karma for themselves. So, and that karma is not yours, it's the other person's. Okay? So, we'll go one more card, see what we get. There we go. There it is. And we have the Magician card. So that's a really good card actually to end this one on. The Magician is manifesting the life that you want, or the relationship that you want. This is a new relationship. The offering is there. If you want this relationship, you both can manifest the life that you want. You know, you've got everything in your tool belt there to basically manifest this relationship into a far better one than these cards here, because these are only, this is bickering, fighting, arguing, all that sort of type thing. It's time to let that relationship go, manifest this new one in. I think it is actually coming in. It's a new one. It could be you offering this cup of this relationship cup to another person, or somebody offering it to you. So, but the Magician card is probably the best one to have for the end of this reading, because this is telling me that, you know, this is, you've manifested this, or you will be manifesting this into your life, and it will be a good relationship. It's brand new. You've been thinking about it for quite a while, from what I can see in here, especially with the King of Pentacles here. But the page is off and into a new direction now. Your love relationship is into a new direction. So, like I said, they are general readings. If it doesn't resonate, it doesn't resonate. If it does, you know, it does. So I hope that's helped. Also, now I'm going to leave those ones there, but just remember you're getting a leg up from the universe, and don't feel as though you're out in the cold, you don't fit in, sort of type thing. If you don't fit in somewhere, all these aces will put you where you need to be. A little bit about numerology. Please like, share and subscribe to this channel. Share it with your friends, get it out there. I've been asked to do life path numbers. I'm probably the only person in New Zealand who is doing these types of readings. I know there are other people out there that do numerology and all that sort of type thing, but they don't do readings like I do. It's a new thing. Most people go on their star signs, but also with numerology, it's pretty similar to star signs. But it just gives you a bit more information. And if you know your 5 core numbers in numerology, you can watch other life path numbers and you will get more information, be it in the main spread or the love reading or the extra messages that come up. If you know your other 5 core numbers, you can watch those life path readings. It's the same as for star signs, when people do readings on star signs, they go on your sun sign. You can also watch your ascending sign or descending sign or your moon sign to get extra information. I'm a Libra, but I have Aries rising and a Sagittarius moon. So I can watch those ones that will give me more information on my reading for the month or the week or whatever I'm watching. So you can do exactly the same with these numerology readings if you know your other 5 core numbers, and if you don't know them, it's what I do for a living. You know, I do numerology, life path. What am I trying to say here? I'm trying to find the right word here. I do this for a living, basically. You know, if you want to know even 2 or 3 of your other numbers, which is based on your name of birth, at birth, I should say. You're given your name at birth for a reason, you know, when you enter this life. And that name is what we use for the other 5 core numbers in your life path reading, or your numerology chart, I should say. So if you need those, I'm only too happy to, you know, flick me an email or message me. You can message me at Sun Moon Tarot and Numerology, and I can flick them off to you in an email. But yeah, try and get these messages out here. It's very hard when you're starting off something new like this, doing life path numbers, to get it out there to as many people and to get it out there and seen and become popular. If you want these channels to keep going, you must, you know, try and help them along by liking, subscribing, sharing. Tell your friends about them, tell your family members about them. They are general readings, and if you need a personal reading with me, I'm going to put all the information in the boxes below so you can get a personal reading with me, or your life path numbers, or your 5 core numbers. One of them is your life path number if you already know you're a life path 6. All you need is the other 4. So, but it gives you an awful lot more information on what you are like in a love relationship, what you like in business, family life, career, all this sort of type of thing. That's why we do it. And it's a lot more information than just on your star signs, okay? So this is why I've created this channel. So give us a hand here, guys. You know, we need some comments coming in. We need, you know, likes, shares, and get people to subscribe. It's been a very, very slow sort of start, and, you know, I need this channel to take off sort of type thing, so I would appreciate any help in it. But anyway, these videos are long enough. I'm going to leave it there. So, like I said, I'm going to leave all the information in the boxes below when I upload them. And you can basically get a personal reading with me at the website that I'll leave there. So I will leave everything there. I think I've covered everything for the month of March. I wish you well, and I send you much love and light. Catch you all in April.